Okay, so come on. Now student, we are going to study the rule number 3 of differentiation. Okay, today, so rule number 3, which is also known as the product rule. Okay, now what is going to happen here, that suppose y is given u into v, right? That means two different mathematical functions are given which are like multiplied with each other, right? So y is the product of u and v. Now y is also a function of x, u also depends upon x, v also depends upon x somehow. So if you differentiate y, then how you find dy by dx, the differentiation of y? You will say, sir, in this particular rule, we will first keep u as a constant, right? And differentiate v. And then what we are going to do? We are going to keep v constant and differentiate u. Like this. Can you see that? So this is whole product rule. Is it clear, students? Very simple. Just keep the first function constant, differentiate the second function, plus keep the second function constant and differentiate the first function. This will become your rule number 3, also known as product rule. Now, as usual, I will give you an example and you will understand things better with the example. So let's take a quick example here. Suppose y is given x to the power 4 dot, let's say it is sine of x. So x to the power 4 dot sine x. Okay. Now, can you see that this is one function u and this is one function v? This is one complete function, this is another complete function, and they are multiplied just like u multiplied by v. So we will say, let's treat x to the power 4 as u and sine x as v. And when we apply this product rule in differentiation, we will say that, I will write it here, we will say dy by dx, we will apply the same formula. First we will keep u as constant, that means x to the power 4 as constant, and we will differentiate v, that is sin x right now. So it will become cos x. Do you understand this? Plus we will do, now sin x we will keep constant, right? And we will differentiate what? U, that is x to the power 4 right now. So it will become 4x cube. Now you will say, sir, how we differentiated x to the power 4? Now you remember x to the power 4 means x to the power n. So 4 will act as n and we will say n x to the power n minus 1, which in this case will become 3. So from this you will say finally, sir, dy by dx will become x to the power 3, you can take out common, and you will say x times cos x plus 4 times sin x. This will be your answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. This is a very simple, very simple process. First, what you do, you take a function u and a function v. You have to identify first of all u and v. Okay, then keep u as a constant and differentiate the value of v. Then keep v as constant and differentiate u, right? Now, here like y is equals to x to the power 4 into sin x. You can clearly see that this is a algebraic function and this is a trigonometric function. So these are two different mathematical functions depending upon x. So this we can treat as u, this we can treat as y, and then when we start differentiating, okay, dy by dx, and what we will do, we will keep u as a constant and differentiate v. What is v here? Sin x. Derivative of sin x will become cos x. Plus, now we will keep v, that is sin x, outside and differentiate u, that is x to the power 4. What will it become? It will become 4x to the power 3. Clear? We will little bit simplify it and write down the answer. I hope this part is clear. Now let's take another example. Okay, we will not leave it so easily. Suppose it is given that y is equals to 1 by x dot e to the power x, right? This is given. Now, how will you solve it? You can apply product rule here. You can apply product rule here. You will say, sir, we can simply apply product rule here and say that u is what? 1 by x, v is what? E to the power x. Now, when you apply the product rule, you will say dy by dx will become u times, that is 1 by x times. Now, derivative of this v. What is the differentiation of e to the power x? Yesterday or in the last lecture in the formula, I told you the derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x itself. Okay, so it will remain e to the power x here, then plus we will keep out v outside and we will differentiate this u. What is u? 1 by x. And I told you in the previous lecture to remember the derivative of 1 by x. The derivative or differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. Do you remember this? Minus 1 by x square. Now it's very simple. You will say, sir, e to the power x is common. So it will become 1 by x minus 1 by x square. This is your answer. I suppose this is understood. A very simple phenomenon, right? So the product rule is very easy. We just have to identify what is u, what is v, and then apply the formula u dv by dx plus v du by dx. Okay, simple formula, simple calculations, you will get the answer. Okay, now let's understand the rule number 4, which is also known as the division rule. Okay, now let's quickly understand what is division rule. Now, division rule is very simple. Suppose y is given as u upon v, right? Now u is a function in a numerator, v is a different function in the denominator. Now what we are going to do is, if I write dy by dx, then it will become v square v du by dx minus u dv by dx. This you have to remember. Okay, this you have to remember. This is a very crucial formula or rule for solving functions which are given in this manner. Okay, so it is very easy, very easy, don't worry. We will just take an example and understand everything properly. So let's take a very simple example. Okay, example is, suppose y is equals to 10x by root x. Suppose this is given. So tan x, you can see, is a simple trigonometric function. Root x, you can see, is a simple algebraic function, right? So numerator will be u, denominator will be v, and now you will simply apply this formula. So what you do, students, sometimes to avoid confusion, it is better you assume right now in the very beginning itself that u is tan x, v is root x. Okay, in the very beginning you assume them. Now what you do is, you immediately find out what is du by dx. That means if u is equal to 10x, then du by dx, that means differentiation of u will be sec square x, as the differentiation of 10x is sec square x. And then if v is root x, then you will say, sir, dv by dx will be nothing but 1 by 2 root x. I told you to remember this also. The differentiation of root x is what? 1 by 2 root x. Now you already know u, you know v, you know du by dx, and you know dv by dx. Now you just have to put all these 4 values in the formula and finally you can get the answer. Are you understanding? You just have to put these values in the formula and you will get the answer. Now very easy. So we will say dy by dx will be equal to, now what is v? V is root x, so here we will put v square. V square means root x whole square. Now v du by dx, what is v? Root x. Du by dx is how much? Sec square x minus, now u dv by dx, what is u? You will say sir u is 10x, okay. And what is dv by dx? You will say sir dv by dx is 1 by 2 root x, so 1 by 2 root x. Do you understand? So on simplifying you can get a very easy value. You will say sir answer is very simple, it will be x, here root x square is x, and it will become 2x into sec square x minus 10x upon 2 root x here. So on simplification you will get this value. I hope it is pretty much clear. Okay, so this is a very simple example I took, and the answers come like this only. Okay, so you just remember product rule is more important. Product rule is more important than division rule, but yet you have to remember everything, the product rule as well as the division rule, and you should know how to apply them. Okay, you should know how to apply them, because students, these kind of situations will arise in some complex problems in physics. Okay, so there we need to know how to differentiate two functions if they are given in the format of numerator and denominator, or if they are given in the format of a product. We need to know how to apply the formulae or how to apply these rules at that time. Okay, so one more example, I think we should do it. One more example we will do over division rule. Come on, let's start. Okay, so now we are going to do another example. As you can see, this is the division rule, right? And as you can see, this is a question. Here in the numerator we have a logarithmic function. Logarithmic function means it is log of x to the base e, which is denoted by ln(x). So in the numerator we have a logarithmic function. In the denominator we have a simple linear function. Can you see that? Now we will consider that these are two different functions. So this will be u and this will be v. So we will write down u and v and apply this formula to get the value of dy by dx. What is dy by dx? It is simply the differentiation of this function. Simple. Please don't worry. As I told you previously that we just need to understand how to perform the operation of differentiation, and when we are through with the operation of differentiation, hopefully in the third or the fourth lecture I am gonna tell you what exactly differentiation means, and by fifth lecture I will tell you how we can apply this in basic physics. Okay, now we will say what is u? U is ln x. Okay, v is x. Please don't cut these x, okay? X is inside a log function. I know it sounds very stupid, but yet some students I have seen do this thing, they can do this, okay? So you don't need to do that nonsense. It will be absolute sin, okay? So this x is inside log, you cannot cancel it with this, okay? Now, you will say what is du by dx? Do you remember the value of du by dx? Here, if u is ln x, so what is the differentiation of ln x? The differentiation of ln x is 1 by x, right? And differentiation of x is 1. So we will write down both the values. So differentiation of ln x will be 1 by x, and differentiation of x will be 1. We have discussed all these values. Okay, all these things we have discussed already. So now we are going to start with the formula, and we will say dy by dx will be how much? First of all, v square. What is v? X. So x is square into v dv by dx. V du by dx. Okay. So v du by dx. So what is this? X into 1 by x. V into du by dx minus u dv by dx, that is ln x into 1. So it will become, finally dv by dx will become 1 minus ln x whole upon x square. Can you see how we applied the law of division or division rule in it? It's very simple, very simple. So this was rule number 4, which is division rule. Okay, so now today we are going to study one more rule, that is rule number 5. It's very simple, but before rule number 5, students, I'm going to tell you a little bit about functions, a little bit about mathematical functions, and then we will enter into rule number 5. Okay, now let's start. Okay, so rule number 5 says that, students, suppose if I write y is equals to ax plus b to the power n, right? That means, what was the formula? Y is equals to x to the power n. So instead of writing y equals to x to the power n, suppose instead of x I have written here ax plus b, where a and b both are constants. Okay, where a is also a constant, b is also a constant positive number. Okay, not positive, but any constant number a and b. So when I differentiate this, so what is going to happen? I will bring n as the coefficient, right? And it will remain like this only, ax plus b whole to the power n minus 1 multiplied by the coefficient of x, a. Do you understand? So you do it just like this function, you know, x to the power n, what is the differentiation? Nx to the power n minus 1. We are doing the exact same thing. We are keeping ax plus b intact as it is, but just bringing the coefficient of x, which is a constant number a here, we are bringing it outside. That's all. So finally, in this rule, you will say that whatever is the coefficient of x, it will come outside after differentiation. So it will become n into a into ax plus b to the power n minus 1. Okay, here. It can also be applied in like trigonometric function also. For example, if I write y is equals to sine of ax plus b. So remember, what is the differentiation of sine x? You will say that differentiation of sine x is cos x. So here also, when you differentiate sine x, you will write differentiation of sine is cos, remaining ax plus b will be as it is, but just bring the coefficient of x outside. Are you understanding? Just bring this coefficient of x outside. That's all. Nothing else. Okay. You will say, sir, give some more examples. I will say, okay. We will do some more examples. Let's do one more example like this. Here, suppose y is given e to the power ax plus b. Right? E to the power ax plus b. Now what will you do? Again, what is the differentiation of e to the power x? You will say, sir, it will remain e to the power x. But here, when you differentiate this, when you do this, dy by dx, so you will say, sir, it will remain as it is, e to the power ax plus b. Okay, just this coefficient will come outside. Just the coefficient of x, that is a, will come outside always. Whether it's integration of, for example, y is equals to ln ax plus b. Then also, when you differentiate it, so what is the differentiation of ln x? The differentiation of ln x is 1 by x. Okay. So here, differentiation of ln of ax plus b will be same, 1 by ax plus b. Instead of x, you will write ax plus b. Just that the coefficient of x will again come outside. So it will become a upon ax plus b. Are you getting this trend? Are you understanding this trend? So whatever, when you replace x with ax plus b, then you apply the formula normally, just bring a outside after the differentiation operation is performed. Okay, what you need to do, if x is replaced off, instead of x, suppose y is x to the power n. So instead of x, if I write ax plus b to the power n, you will differentiate in the simple manner as you used to do here. You will write n into ax plus b to the power n minus 1. Just that the coefficient of x, which is a, will be brought outside at the end. I hope I have made myself pretty much clear. And this will happen with every operation. For example, y is equals to sine x. If you replace sine of x with ax plus b, then you will say differentiation of sine x is cos x. So differentiation of sine of ax plus b will be cos of ax plus b multiplied by a, the coefficient of x. Will you remember it? It's a very simple operation. Very simple operation and you need to remember this. Now let's do some examples related to rule number 5 and you will get the idea very crystal clear. Now let's take an example. Here, instead of x to the power 7, what I have written? Ax plus b, that is 2x plus 5 to the power 7. Now when we differentiate this, we will simply do it as if we are differentiating x to the power n. We will say it will become 7, the power will come here, and it will become 2x plus 5 to the power 7 minus 1 multiplied by whatever is the coefficient here, multiplied here. Okay, so your final answer dy by dx of this function will become 14 into 2x plus 5 to the power 6. I hope it is understood. Okay. Just like we differentiate x to the power n, right? Instead of x, you have written ax plus b to the power n. That's all. So when you differentiate, you will differentiate just like this function only, keeping in mind that at last a will come outside. That's all. No difference. Okay. Let's take one more example. And this is a very common example. 1 by, suppose 3x minus 2. That's all. Okay. Now differentiate this. Now this is a very good one. Now you will say, sir, it looks like. You will say, sir, it looks like. It simply looks like as if you have replaced 1 by x with 1 by 3x minus 2. It simply looks like that. That I have replaced, instead of 1 by x, I have written 1 by 3x minus 2. Instead of 1 by x, I have written 1 upon 3x minus 2. It looks as if like this. So what is the differentiation of x? I will just quickly tell you here. Suppose y is 1 by x. So I told you to learn it. dy by dx will be what? Minus 1 by x square. Yes, minus 1 by x square. Now don't you think that here x is replaced by 3x minus 2? Where this is like ax plus b. This is a, this is b. Right? This is a, this is b. Ax plus b. So the function was 1 by x. But x was replaced with ax plus b. So it doesn't matter the way you differentiate this function, the same way you will differentiate this function. See, you will say it will be minus 1 upon 3x minus 2 whole square, just that this coefficient will be multiplied at last. Do you understand this? Please be attentive and things will be clear. What I have done is, I will again tell you what I have done is, I have compared this 1 by 3x minus 2 with 1 by x. Suppose 1 by x is there, right? What is the differentiation of this? Minus 1 by x square, right? So if I replace x with 3x minus 2, the process will be same, just that I will have to multiply at last the coefficient of x. Okay? I guess this rule is absolutely clear. Now, one last example I will take and then we will conclude the lecture. Suppose it is given that y is equals to tan of 5x minus 2. Now, what is the differentiation of this? You will say, sir, it looks very similar to tan x, as if that x is replaced by 5x minus 2. So you will say the derivative of tan is what? Sec square x. So sec square 5x minus 2. You will write it like this. This is the rule. Okay, for example, for right now, this is the rule. You write it like this. And then whatever is the coefficient, you bring it outside. So it will become 5 times sec square 5x minus 2. Just this difference. If there would have been 10x, how would you have differentiated it? If y would have been equal to 10x, then what is the differentiation? Dy by dx you must have written sec square x. So same thing we have done here. We are treating this as one big x. Okay, 5x minus 2 is one big x. So tan of 5x minus 2 will be sec square 5x minus 2. The only difference is the coefficient of x will be brought outside as multiple. And then we will get this. Okay, So I hope that you have understood these three more rules, and now the next part will be the chain rule, which is the mother of all the rules and is the very important rule in differentiation. You must understand chain rule. So next lecture will be completely devoted to chain rule, and in after that we will understand what is the true meaning of differentiation. Is it clear? So I hope you have understood everything. That's all for today. Thank you guys for listening to me so patiently.